Is it 7:30 on a Monday evening? Welcome to the Academy Sports Show right here on any way you watch the show, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. We appreciate you being with us on this Monday evening, on this heavy sports Monday evening. We got playoff games coming on tonight. We watch playoffs all week. Somebody got swept. I mean, it's a lot of stuff to go into. Injuries. The NBA is on fire right now. We're going to break all that down for you today, and we enjoy you. Please come in. And if you're on the stream right now, the best way you can get others to come in is just tag your favorite sports fan on your YouTube or on your Facebook, or just go ahead and share the link, man. Share the link, text it to your buddies, text it to your homies, text it to your favorite sports friend, and we can go ahead and get this comment section popping, because I don't know if your favorite team is in the playoffs, but if there is, I know you got something to say. If your favorite players in the playoffs, I know you got something to say. It's just a lot going on right now. So the best way to follow the show is both Instagram, all is Instagram, Facebook. But the most important, the one that we call the Dom Dot himself, is the YouTube. Go to the YouTube, click that icon on your phone, go to YouTube, type in Academy Sports Show, find the caricature of our faces, and go ahead and press subscribe and trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. That way you can be a part of the show. And that way your voice will be heard. And if you're feeling some type of way, you understand me? If you don't like what I got to say, because a lot of people didn't like what I had to say last week, you can pull up. All right? We got the hot link. If you say I want to pull up, we'll throw that link in the chat. And you can go ahead and log on and get your hot 5 minutes with us here at Academy Sports Show. But we got games going on today. Let's get the show started. We are already at 7:30 right now, and we're going to get this chat live. So I'm your host, Andre Douglas. Sitting with me is your host, Joel Williams.
What up, everybody, man? Welcome to the show, man. It's already popping in the chat. We already got comments being made. We're going to throw a couple of them up there. Proud by PD said, what's good, y'all? We say, what up, though? Deuces Dad 11. Brother, what up, though? Welcome to the show. Got a Hawks fan out here.
Hawks. That's what I'm talking about.
Hawks, okay. True Hawks fan. Just a lover of the idea of an upset. And Deuce's dad says I'm right with Phoenix to win it all. Bold prediction still.
Is it that bold now that they're in the Western Conference Finals?
Yeah.
Were you saying that before? Come on, Deuce's dad. Were you saying that before?
So we will talk about that and much more tonight. As you heard, man, welcome to the show, everybody. Man, we are truly glad to be here. It's a Monday evening in the D. It finally cooled off a little bit. I got my air back.
Hey.
Like, things are starting to come back around to normalcy, man. Football is on the horizon on the youth level for us. We just got a lot of stuff that's working in our favor, so we're excited to be here. Lots to talk about, man. NBA playoffs. If you read the caption, if you read the description of the show, man, we got to talk NBA playoffs, as you heard. So we're going to get into it. And, of course, we got our favorite show, What the Meme. Man, our listeners, you guys have loved this. We appreciate all the participation. We always like to look at a couple of memes, have a little debate, a little discussion, a little thought sharing about how you feel about those memes. But we're going to keep it real simple today. That's all there is. There isn't anymore. Yes, there's OTAs. Yes, there's mandatory training camps. Yes, we could talk about my Brownies and how they say Odell looks like he's back to form. But we're not going to do that. It's an all NBA show today. All about the playoffs.
You know, it's fine. It's fine.
All about the playoffs, man. We got a lot of teams. A couple of teams still in it, and a couple of teams already done did 1, 2, 3 Cancun. They already out, man. Surprisingly, we will talk about that sweep that just took place. A lot of people are surprised by it. But tonight, you got 76ers and Hawks, followed by Utah and Clippers. Both series are at 2-1 right now, with Philly leading the series 2-1 and Utah leading the series 2-1. So we'll get into that and much more tonight on the Academy Sports Show Live.
Yes, sir. Look at my bands right here. Look at the coach. Look at the coach. Yes, sir.
We're almost there.
Head coach in the building. I love it. All right, so it is that time to play What the Meme. I see. Is it? I would think that means produced, right? Produced by PD. True to Atlanta. Yes, sir. I see you. Nikki Van Exel for the 3. I see y'all, man. Let's get the comment section live once again. Share, and tag your favorite sports fans because we about to get into this thing. What the meme is up next. This always gets people going, and I love it. We love this game here. So we're going to go ahead and throw this up. I am going to share my screen. And once again, if you have a meme that you see, sports meme, go ahead and send it to us. You see our tags on here. Oh, not video file.
All right, so yeah, we gonna call. Well, I'm gonna call you Petey because I'm probably gonna mess up Prod by. I'm gonna just. It is produced by. He said.
Yeah.
I'm just calling you
Petey. All right, here we go. Number 1 is up. Mr. Shaquille O'Neal is the contestant here in this game. And it's win a one-on-one game to 21 or move on to the next round. So this says, how many rounds do you think Shaq can get to? How many levels before Shaq loses? Shaquille O'Neal, 4-time NBA champion, multiple-time All-Star, a Laker legend. How many rounds do you think? Level 1, Rudy Gobert. Level 2, Alonzo Mourning. Level 3, Zach Randolph. 4, Patrick Ewing. 5, Kevin Garnett. 6, Dennis Rodman. 7, David Robinson. 8, Karl Malone. 9, Tim Duncan. 10, Hakeem Olajuwon. This looks to be first year in LA. Shaq dunking on people. What level does Shaq get to? One-on-one games to 21. These are all defensive stouts. Ooh, this is you really this. Come on, Chad, help him out,
man. Listen,
you saying he getting out early? That's what your eyes are saying.
No. I got him losing.
Ooh, Lawrence got him level 9. He got him tapping out to Timmy.
Of course he does. You Spurs fan, you. All right, so Perry says level 9. Deuce's dad says he'll make it 6 before he gets into a fight with Rodman. I'm gonna go and get the cute. I'm gonna go level. Man, level. He might actually be onto something, even though he a Timmy lover. I feel like level 8 or 9 would be where it stops.
Okay.
I just feel like offensive, like one-on-one, I feel like Shaq can bully a lot of these guys.
Yep.
And
barbecue chicken.
Yeah, but I mean, Patrick and Kevin had mid-range game, so I think they can stay in it. I think Patrick and Kevin are the hardest matchups. If he can get past Kevin, Rodman's too small. Rodman had no
points.
Yeah, he can't score. David Robinson, still I remember him as more defensive than offensive. Malone may be too small for him.
I mean, didn't David Robinson win the scoring title?
Did he really?
He almost won the scoring title or something like that. Somebody beat him out by.
So I might have to go with him on level 9, not because I love Timmy, but I think Timmy's got enough offense and enough. I think Timmy can score 21 on him. So I'm gonna go level 9. I think Malone would be tough too, because Malone had a turnaround game.
Yeah.
Mid-range jumper.
What about Zoe? Zoe got offense and defense.
Yeah, but I don't still. I think Shaq was too much for Zoe.
Okay.
Yeah, I like level 9.
A lot of the comment section on this was rocking with Zoe. They was like, he ain't getting out of level 2.
Perry said, hey, man, that's being rational and objective. Timmy battled with him. He didn't totally bully Timmy. True. Produced by PD. But if he missed once, I got KG because KG got move arsenal and quickness to finesse better opportunities. I I think KG has offense. That's why I said if he can get past 4 and 5, I think those are the toughest battles in that first sector.
Mm-hmm.
I like what you're saying about KG. My only thing is it's not. I don't know if missing once is enough because I don't think KG can score 21 straight on him either. Like I don't think KG would keep the ball like that. I think Shaq will get the ball back, and it might just be too much. Like
straight in there, yam.
Yeah, it just might be. He can't stop that. Let's see. Perry said Timmy's more skilled and can bother him. I love Timmy. I got the shirt to prove
it. Yeah, with that, I went with KG at 5 because I feel like KG can keep him in the perimeter, and if Shaq came out there, he would just blow past him. So I went with KG at 5, but I definitely get Karl Malone, Tim Duncan. Dennis couldn't score with him. I'm not too keen on David Robinson's game. It might just be the same as Shaq's, just pretty much dunks and lobs. But I said level 5 at KG. But looks like a lot of people got Tim Duncan. Usually, where is that? Oh, and Petey said he think he taking them all out. He said Shaq wins the game.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Not Elijah. If he gets past Timmy, I think the road stops at the dream.
All right. Next up, you get to build your franchise. You get 10 years with 2 guys. You get 10 years with 2 guys. Which 2 guys you picking? Luka and Dirk, Karl Malone, Donovan Mitchell, Tatum, Garnett, Embiid, Iverson, Jokic, Melo, Ray, and Giannis. You get to start your franchise off with 2 of these guys. And the other guys go to different franchises. So you got to play the other guys too.
So I got to pick the picture, though. I can't. Or do I get to pick 2 out of?
No, you get to pick the 2 guys that's in the picture.
In the picture. So which one of these pictures would I pick to start the franchise?
Now, the comment section on this one, I feel like it was like 50% Luka and Dirk, which surprised me. It really surprised me. It was like Luka and Dirk all day.
This one's easy for me. This one's easy for me.
Like it was like Luka and Dirk first, and then it was like Embiid, Iverson, and then Ray, Giannis, Tatum, Garnett, Donovan, Karl Malone, and then Melo and Jokic was like last. If I had to like poll everybody's comments.
Yeah, I mean Ray and Giannis out for me because I'm just not a believer like that.
Shoot inside, outside.
Inside, I don't call that inside. I call that, hey, here's a jump shot. You want to take it? Nope. I'm gonna back up and go forward again and see if I can get to the lane. Like I don't really call him having inside game. Sorry, I guess I'm that guy.
I guess so. I mean, but young Ray though, you get 10 years of young Ray into mature Ray, because Ray drove that thing too.
Yeah, like so Ray's the benefit of that pair for me.
Okay.
But I'm not taking the pair because of Giannis.
Oof. Dang.
Yeah. This is an easy one. I'm going AI and Embiid.
Ooh.
Yeah. Embiid and this group is potentially going to be right, depending on what show you're on, potentially going to be one of the best big men to ever play the game. Iverson we know his resume. So if I take those 2, the fact that Iverson would score it and he could drive it and he could give it to the big and let the big fella who could potentially be unguardable. I mean, if he plays inside like he really wants to every night and really battles, there's not many, if anybody, that can give this guy trouble. Maybe the Joker can guard him. I mean, there's a couple people in the league that can guard this guy. But besides that, I'm going with those 2 all day. 10 years in their prime. We haven't even seen Embiid's prime yet, but AI in his prime, I'm taking these 2 all day. There's a weak link on all these teams, on all these pairs.
Yeah.
I'm taking Embiid AI because out of all the weak links, those are the weakest ones. As he shoots a jump shot and misses and bricks to open.
What the comment saying?
Comments say, let's see, we got Deuce.11 says AI and Embiid.
Okay.
Perry says AI and Embiid.
Wow.
Produced by Petey says Melo and Joker.
Okay.
Perry says AI is one of the best perimeter players in NBA history. Embiid is one of the most talented big men we've seen, barring injury.
True. Yeah. So, hey, listen, them 10 years, you don't know if you're getting injured or not in them 10 years.
That's true.
But we've seen Iverson put a team on his back regardless. So I like that pair. To me, when I first saw it, it was between Carl and Donovan and Tatum and Garnett for me. Because I feel like both of those complement each other the best. Like, because we've seen what Donovan doing. I feel like this may be his ceiling, but if this is his ceiling, that's damn good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Carl was, I mean, he was a steady pick and roll, pick and pop, drive that thing. I feel like those teams were probably a Donovan Mitchell away from winning a championship or at least competing to a 7th game of a championship in Jordan's era. Like, if you trade out John Stockton for Donovan Mitchell and put him in that system with Sloan, that's a deadly duo. But I actually went Tatum and Garnett on this one. I went Tatum and Garnett on this one because I feel like Tatum needs a guy like Garnett. As much as I really didn't like Garnett when he was playing, because I feel like the bravado was forced sometimes. I feel like Tatum he there now. I feel like he next. I feel like once Bron and KD and these guys quiet down, it's going to be Luka and Tatum and Donovan. It's going to be their league, and I feel like Tatum is one of those guys that can take the league by storm, you know, if in the right situation. So with a guy like Garnett on his team,
you said that.
Huh?
You said it, though. It's the right situation, and that's the problem.
We're in Boston, yeah.
Is that the right situation there?
I don't know if it's the right situation.
That team
definitely got the skill set, though.
Yeah, we've talked about it so many times. That team is so oddly built.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we just don't understand it. But somebody chimed in literally on cue when you said it. Pringle says Donovan and Carl. Embiid's gonna be injured.
Yeah, I feel like they match better than everybody else on here. Like I would say Ray and Giannis match, but you just got a Giannis thing. I got a Giannis thing too, but
got a Giannis issue.
But 10 years of Ray and Giannis, they gotta win one, right?
No,
I mean, no.
Not against this. Not if these were the other 10-year players in that same decade. No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't even think. I think this. I think you got 3 teams in the East, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Bucks ever get out of the East because of these Celtics and those 76ers.
Gotcha.
Like they never get out.
Gotcha.
Giannis is a beta male trying to be an alpha male.
Ooh. Yikes. All right. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. All right, a little bit of football. I like this one because where they had Baker. I just wanted to get you. I know you're looking for him right now.
I'm not. I'm looking at the meme trying to figure out what is this about.
So somebody did the tiers of the quarterback, current NFL quarterback, tier 1, Pat, Russ, Josh Allen, okay, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Tom Brady. Any issues with tier 1 so far?
I have 0 issue with tier 1.
0 issues.
0 issues with tier
Josh
1.
Allen is a tier 1 quarterback.
Yeah, Josh Allen proved it for me last year. What that did he went from 40% completion to like 70% completion in one season. But like my man was throwing darts. Like he was making throws that were just he was balling, like carrying the team on his shoulder balling. So I like that.
All right, tier 2, we got Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, 2 newcomers. And then we got Dak Prescott, we got Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill, Lamar Jackson, and Matt Stafford.
Ooh.
Tier 2. Are these the second best of the league? The Kirk Cousins thing is off. It's totally off for me right now. Like,
Kirk Cousins at tier 2 is way too much.
Way too much. Kirk Cousins is way too much right now. Like if the standard of tier 2 is Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray, I feel like those are the best guys that's in tier 2. Justin Herbert, we got 1 year of him. Dak, I don't know. Like Dak is an enigma to me. Like, is he good or is he good enough? I don't know.
So the numbers say he's good. Like his productivity says he's good. We unfortunately are jaded by the fact that he plays for the Cowboys.
Dak, Tannehill, and Stafford are like in that maybe category for me.
Lamar, I gotta stay focused because we got a lot happening right here. So I have an issue with tier 2 for actually the quarterbacks you named. So Dak at tier 2 is stretching it to me. Cousins, absolutely not. Tannehill, absolutely not. And don't I need to see more from Herbert before I give him tier 2? That's a question I'm throwing out.
It's 1 year. You gave Josh Allen tier 1 after 1 year.
Yeah, that's true. Deuces said the same thing. Issue with Allen, if he does it again next year, is fine. Pringle says Dak is tier 3 at best. Perry says Allen and Watson are tier 2. Ooh.
Demote Watson. I think Deshaun last year with absolutely nothing, he still led the league in yards. Like he still balled.
Yes. I think Deshaun has proven with nothing that he is an elite quarterback. I think what Allen did last year was enough. So there's the 1 year argument. I get it. Lamar. So Pringle says Lamar is MVP tier 1.
That's debatable. I mean, you can swap out. If you swap out Josh for Lamar, I wouldn't be mad at that.
No, here's my thing though. He's not MVP for being
a quarterback.
He's MVP for being like, he's MVP for being a freak of nature, a running back who can throw.
Ooh.
But no. I like him on tier 2. If he throws for 4,000 or 5,000, then he's tier 1. But let's not kid ourselves. He's Lamar because of what he can do outside of the pocket.
True.
That's my argument there.
And I don't have any. And the crazy thing is, no argument about Kyler Murray. I feel like he's good. I think he's good. But if these are the crops of people that's in tier 2, I feel like he's cool there. And Stafford,
I feel like we could have made tier 2 smaller, like we made tier 4.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like I think tier 2 could have been skinnied out a little bit.
Tier 3, we got Baker, we got Matt Ryan, we got David Carr, Roethlisberger, your boy Burrow, and Jimmy Garoppolo. This meme, might I say, just lets you know how top-heavy quarterbacks are in the NFL. It's really top-heavy. It's the elite guys. It's the I'm with you guys. Then it's just a bunch of mud. After that.
Scut.
Yeah, it's a bunch of scut after that. Because, I don't trust none of these guys. I know you're a Baker guy. You have to be. You have to be a Baker guy.
But, I can be honest. He's going to definitely be between tier 3 and 4. So, this is hard because you got to – I need to know maybe even what they were qualifying this. I was reading an article today where Baker's QBR was above 100 for like the last 10 games of the season, basically. The dude threw 1 interception and like 18 touchdowns. So some crazy stat where they were talking about whether or not to pay him. So maybe that's worth tier 3, but you can argue tier 4 for him too. Consistency issues. Is that Garoppolo?
That's Garoppolo.
He could be on tier 4.
Garoppolo
I think they got a couple of guys elevated a little higher than where they should be.
Burrow is definitely on strength of we think he's going to be good.
Right.
Just off of what we've seen.
Everybody else has been – Matt Ryan has been to the mountaintop somewhat, right? He's been but he's been slowly declining.
His trend is down. So, Petey, bro, I know you ATL all day. We got you on that one. But you got to be honest about your quarterback. You got to be honest about your quarterback, man. He's trending down. He's still a serviceable quarterback in the NFL. Tier 3 might be, exactly where he belongs, but he definitely, I don't know. He ain't what he used to be. Coming from
I think the debate here becomes trivial once you get past tier 2. I mean, I think the debate is more in tiers 1 and 2. Is somebody in 1 that shouldn't be in? Is there somebody that's in 2 that should be in 1? Right. I think after that, I mean, you could argue that some of these guys in 3 could be in 4. I mean, heck, Jeff Goff, I could argue is a tier 3 quarterback. I mean, welcome to the Lions. You guys should be excited to have him,
Did you mess up his name on purpose?
Jared, my bad.
Jeff Goff. All right, and then the rest of the tiers are the rest of the tiers. I don't think anybody thinks any of these guys belong higher or lower.
Yeah, after that, it is what it is. They stretch it now.
After that, it just these guys are here. Poor Cam Newton in tier 5. You put yourself there.
Man, Cam, I miss you being that. I miss that energy, man. Poor Alex Smith can't get his face in front of a logo because the Washington football team doesn't know what they want to do.
That's funny. Oh, man. Okay, so, he said he's a Ravens fan. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's what's up. All right, next up. So, since the point guard, as people call him, has ascended to the Western Conference Finals, let's figure out where he fits. Let's figure out where he fits in the current stratosphere of point guards in the NBA. Pick out your top 5 point guards. These guys here in the picture. Going right to left, we got Ball, Young, Ja, Kyrie, Holiday, Dame, Murray. Why is he here? Fox, Luka, CP, Russ, Ben Simmons, Harden, Chef. So right off the back,
first of all,
Chef
Harden
Dame
doesn't
Curry.
belong in this meme.
Huh?
He doesn't
Harden's
belong.
Not a point guard?
He wasn't a point guard until he got to Philly. Until he got to Brooklyn. He was a 2 guard in Houston.
Yeah. But he okay, so we're canceling Harden out of this meme. Cancel him out. Because you can't have 2 point guards on the same team. I understand. So canceling Harden out. Curry, Dame, Kyrie got to be off the board. First 3. All right? Then Luka. And then CP3.
Ooh. Top. We said Curry, Dame, Kyrie. So I feel like Curry, Dame, CP3 automatic.
Okay.
Man, is anybody but me unimpressed with Kyrie since he's been on the Nets?
Unimpressed?
I mean, they haven't he carried him to something? He's just been missing practice.
I feel like his game is hit. Now, I'm definitely not a Kyrie stan. If anything, I'm anti-Kyrie. But I feel like his finesse of the game is on another level right now. Like Cleveland Kyrie, he was a dog. But this Kyrie is nasty.
Yeah.
He's absolutely filthy.
That's true. Okay. So
now, can he hold a team together like Steph can and Dame can and Luka can and Chris can? I don't think so. Like Dolo, could he do it? I'm not sure. His record says otherwise. But him in this team, in this structure, he's nasty.
I'm going to go Curry. I'm actually going to go Curry. So I'm going to go Curry, Dame, CP. go Luka and Russ. And I can't believe I'm going with Russ. But Russ is a triple-double king.
It sounds like you're talking yourself into this one.
It's like, okay, are we talking? We're talking point guards, right? Like the true role of a point guard.
I mean, whatever your definition is.
Half of these guys aren't. Like the traditional point guard was the dude that distributes the ball, scores when he needs to, but really is more the facilitator, captain on the floor, kind of like that, right?
Chris Paul.
So Chris Paul's in. Curry's into me because I feel like he gets others involved as well. I feel like the assist numbers are there. Luka, the assist numbers are there. But then when you look at the other two spots, I mean, Russ gives you 25 and 10 assists. Just like Harden does too. But to me, Harden was a shooting guard and he got to the Nets, and there you go. Simmons is a point guard. He can't shoot worth crap. So I'm going to go Curry. No, okay, I'm going to change it. Curry, CP3, Luka, Dame, Kyrie.
They're so reluctant. Yeah,
I'm having trouble with that fifth spot. Or give it to the youngster. Do I give it to like a Morant or Ball? I mean, the kid balled out this year. No problem.
So right now at the fifth spot, you're waffling between Kyrie and Russ.
Yeah, Kyrie, Russ. I mean, anybody can get that fifth spot.
All right, what the people saying?
Let's see. So Perry says, I've been arguing with people about this topic for weeks. Well, actually, where CP3 ranks all time, yeah, that has been an argument lately. Luka's a forward, though, and so is Ben, says Pringle. Deuce's dad says, I'm a Kyrie hater as well. Pringle says, I've been unimpressed with Kyrie for years. Just a stats guy.
What is Russ?
I'm going to cry by it. I told you I was going to do it wrong. Petey says, Curry, Dame, CP3, Luka, Murray.
Jamal Murray love. Hey, the Nets flamed out without him. The Nuggets.
Yep. Deuce's dad says CP3, Curry, Dame, Kyrie, Ja.
Ja love. I like it.
Yeah, see, that fifth spot can be all over.
Yeah, Ja. I like Ja. I like that. Okay, you said so. Shout out to young guys. Ja, Ice Tray, Ball. Like, they definitely on the way. Unfortunately, like, Fox, he just on the Kings. So you don't really know what his game is. I have no idea. He's a max player, but is he a max player? Like, you know, like you're a max player for Sacramento. So, and then Drew, I think Drew's always overlooked because he doesn't really put up the numbers. The guys in the league respect him as a great defender. So I guess that's all the acclamation, whatever the word is, that he needs. But I'm never going to be a Ben Simmons guy, ever. I never will be a Ben Simmons guy. And he will never make any list that I ever do when you talk about the best of anything. So you can nip that in the bud right now. I would never pick Ben Simmons to win anything. But I definitely think LaMelo's on his way. You made the Hornets.
LaMelo's on his way for sure.
You made the Hornets the most watched game in NBA. Every time the Hornets was on TV, I was watching because I wanted to watch LaMelo.
Yes.
Do not sign the fifth year. After the fifth year, do not sign the Supermax. Don't do it, LaMelo. Go to a team so you can win. Don't do it. I feel like these guys get the fifth year and then they get all the money and then they want to trade. Don't do it. Just take the $30, $40 million less. You go to the team you want to. Coming for a guy who does not have $30 or $40 million. All right, last one. I just threw this in here. I just want to get.
Oh, hold on. We had some more. Let's see. We had some more. Perry said, I penalized Curry for shooting so well, according to my dudes. Pringle says, Russ also just a stats guy, but not a nutball. Petey says, Trey, honorable mention. Of course. But he's not there yet. Perry said, in reference to being a point guard. All right.
I penalized Curry for shooting, so will according to my dudes in reference to being a point guard. So you don't rank Curry high because he's not a pure point guard. Is that what I'm getting at? In reference to being just what a point
That's
guard is.
yeah. See, that's the challenge when you're thinking about point guard. It was like on Sports That Steve show when he was talking about Harden's the best point guard ever. He was literally going by like when he was going true definition of a point guard, share the ball, do all these things. The purest of the game, right? The get off my line stance is it's Harden. If you look at the numbers, it's Harden. I mean, it's Westbrook. It's like okay, so you got some of these debates. You got to define it for some people because, as Perry just said, I refuse to call him a point guard.
Okay.
Yeah, so
even though his whole career, every card that was brought in had him at a point guard.
that's true, but here's the thing too. He barely brings the ball up the floor. Like a lot of times it's Draymond bringing it up.
And that's a part of the qualifications of being a point guard.
Because most of the time the ball's in the point guard's hands. He's the guy bringing it up, distributing it, kind of getting the offense in the flow. Think about like Luka. Every time the ball's inbound, it's going to him. Mm-hmm. You think about, even in Brooklyn, we put Kyrie on the list, but if James is playing, then he's the one, bringing it up. So
I just like everybody's criteria. Everybody's criteria is different.
It's a struggle.
It's so
criteria struggle. Yes,
it is. Nobody's wrong. It's just what my criteria is. Apparently,
right. Pringle said most of the great point guards scored a bunch too. Magic, Isaiah Nash. True.
Okay.
Perry said, I'm a traditionalist and that ain't changing. That's why I'm a CP3 apologist now. Yeah, CP's getting a lot of love because CP's probably the most traditional point guard in the league right now.
Yeah. And I mean, his career would have been greater had he stayed healthy during his runs with his good teams.
Definitely gets hurt every time it matters.
Definitely gets hurt every time.
So maybe this is the year, Deuce's dad 11.
Maybe this is the year of his good word being fulfilled in my life. So, all right, last meme. Then we can pivot over to the NBA playoffs. Just wanted to get your thoughts of this. This one says Harden quit on Houston, Durant quit on OKC, Irving quit on Boston, Griffin quit on Detroit. None of them can be the man, so they teamed up. How much truth is in that statement?
I feel like somebody was stretching with this meme because that to me reads like, so the end result was they all got together. But let's be honest. Griffin is not on this team because they called and said, "Oh, go get Blake Griffin." Like,
I mean, he chose them.
He did choose them, but it's not like it just reads like they all gave up on their team, so they decided to team up, and that's not how this went down.
Like it was years of
Kyrie and Durant, yes, but Harden. And then Griffin quit on Detroit. Can you blame him? The Pistons were horrible.
So you kind of agree, but it's not as premeditated as it made it seem.
Okay, yeah, it reads like it's premeditated. I mean, Harden quit on Houston. True statement. He's been 20 games getting out of the city for sure.
Blake quit on Detroit. He definitely quit. He wanted to leave.
Wasn't he hurt half the time too?
He was. And then when he played, he was a shell of himself. It's kind of like if I show them I suck, maybe they'll let me go.
I feel like he still is kind of a shell of himself. He's just going to look better in the Nets uniform.
Listen, winning and knowing that you have a high probability of winning makes you not want to be the guy to make them lose. So you play harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you know you're in a losing situation, then it's like I'll just play not to get hurt because I don't want to get hurt again. But I believe like KD and Kyrie were definitely premeditated a year in advance that they want to play together.
That was premeditated.
The thing here is that Durant quit on OKC. I mean, yeah, but that was almost 2 teams ago. So that one's kind of the stretch just in the saying of that. But I feel like the essence of the meme makes sense.
Okay.
But they all were the man, though. Like, if it says none of them can win a championship, so they teamed up, makes a little more sense. But each guy was the man in their respective places.
But Blake was being the man here is not okay. We're really pushing it with Blake.
Clipper. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, he was definitely more popular when he was a Clipper, and I mean, then again, that team had other players on it too. So, one aforementioned CP3. Let's see here. Perry says Harden quit on Houston.
Yes.
Deuce's dad. Anything against the Pistons, he's going to agree with, or for the Pistons, however you want to look at that. Pringle says Harden was the man. He just couldn't beat the Warriors. Griffin was never supposed to be the man. CP3 was. That's fair. I give Blake a pass as the Motor City. Yeah, this meme is stretching it to me. They're trying with this one. They're trying to stir some stuff up here, but that's not like if they ultimately win it all. That's not how this team's going to be remembered. Unlike the team ups of the past.
Okay. All right, that's all I got. That was what the meme.
What the meme,
guys, man. Those are memes that I just scroll around throughout my weeks at work and doing other things, and they just pop up, and you just play those games in your mind. What would happen if these guys played together, or you got $15 to make a roster? Those kind of memes. We've been doing this for about 2-3 months now. So that's 4 shows a month, and so we about 8 weeks of this. 8-10 weeks at what the meme. So we appreciate this, y'all. We appreciate the outpouring of support for this one and all the comments. So if you got a meme, send it to us. You see the tags at JWill02, at Dre on there, and we will throw them up for you right here on the show live.
If I send you memes this week, don't comment on them and let them out. We're gonna put them up.
You talking to me or just Jenna?
You.
Okay.
Because the ones I've been sending, I meant to tell you to save those for the show.
Okay. Make sure when you send them, it says save this for the show.
Yeah, I got to remember that.
I'm going to text you and be like, nah, man, this ain't it. Just leave my answer to myself.
PD says, I think they were all realistic with their situations and teamed up. Injuries and prime was both a factor. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's other reasons to why they got together. I don't think they just
happened like that.
Yeah, they called each other like, "Oh, let's get together." That's how that meme reads to me.
Okay. You don't think Katie and James got on the phone? It's like, hey, bro, wouldn't it be crazy if you came here too?
I think there's an element of that. I do. But I think there's an element of that. I just don't think it happened for all 5 of them.
That's how things worked out.
Yeah.
All right, so NBA playoffs is going on right now.
Yep.
And, let's start with the team that finished off the sweep. This is that 11 already is on that bandwagon. They finished off their series, and the Phoenix Suns are in the Western Conference Finals. They knocked the Lakers in 5, I believe, and they knocked off the MVP-led Denver Nuggets, and now they're sitting and waiting. They probably wait for at least 5-6 days for their next opponent, get a lot of rest. The Phoenix Suns, man, how you feel about it?
Exciting, man. We talked about this before. Like, Devin Booker gets the stage. He's got CP3 to ride with him, which is huge because he doesn't have to do it by himself, and you got somebody that's got experience. They shoot the ball well. They remind you of the Suns of old and get up and down the floor, play with a nice tempo. You got a scorer, you got a point guard, you got a young big fella. They're hungry. I think the more they win, the more they believe they can win. And I actually picked them to lose that series in in 7 games. And that series was over before we had our next show.
Yep.
So they're exciting to watch. I think that's what you got to love the NBA for that reason. That even if your team isn't in it, they usually can put a good product on the floor that you would like to actually watch and see, can this team really do something? And Phoenix reminds me of one of those teams. They've got they play well together. They're young. They've been hot since the bubble of last year. It's sad not to see them get in last year, and here they come back and become the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed this year, and then they knock out the favorites in the West to start, and then you go and sweep. That sweep's a big statement because they're trying to let everybody know, hey, we're for real. So this is a very dangerous basketball team. They're going to be well rested. CP3 could use the rest. We just don't want him to get hurt. I think if he gets hurt, that's it for that team.
Yeah, I like. This team is good to watch. They're good offensively, defensively, well coached, and Chris Paul is definitely a leader. You can see his leadership all over here. I'm gonna try to do that so we can get some background. But he's definitely a leader, man, and I really enjoy watching these games. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Trying something different here. Sorry. Yeah, I've really been enjoying watching these games. Devin Booker is definitely coming into his own. I know he felt some type of way of people asking him, can he do it in a real setting? Can he do it in the playoffs? Haven't really seen. And this guy's definitely showing up. He's not doing 40s and 50s, but I don't think this team requires him to do it, or he hasn't been required to do it as of yet. Because, listen, that Chris Paul top of the key pick and roll, and I'm just going to pull up at the elbow and just knock this down, it's deadly. And Denver did not adjust to it at all. Jokic just sat there and watched him shoot that jumper in his face over and over again. And when the fourth quarter comes, that run they play over and over again. He just kept knocking it down, hoping for a and he was not missing that shot. So whoever they get in the next round definitely has to come up to CP and make him, drive it, because that elbow jumper is nasty. And people not talk about Ayton, you can see his game improving as well. Like, he's got some back to the basket moves. So this team is well ran and well rounded, because Bridges and Crowder and guys like that, they do well too, as their others.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the flip side of that, Denver, like, where do they go from here, right? So I felt like they were still a strong team without Murray. But now Murray has a strong case for his value with him and Jokic. So having that other person that could really score the basketball. I don't think the young fella for Denver was ready yet to be the number 2 guy. So with Joker what you're going to get. They really miss Murray.
Yeah.
On both ends of the floor. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go. We can talk about them next year, and we're going to be saying the same thing. What do you think about the Nuggets? And it was the same thing we said last year. Run that back. Mm-hmm. Just run it back. But this time it'll be run it back, and now you got Porter. You got Porter Jr., where now what you can get out of him. And you got Jamal Murray coming back. You got a deep team.
Yep. Aaron Gordon.
Got Aaron Gordon, yeah. So it'll be a matter of running back again. So then you got to start wondering how many times do they run it back before that window closes. Yeah. So if I'm them, it's got to be disappointing, because really you look at this and think, man, are we going backwards? Because we've gotten further.
Yep.
And we didn't get, and we lost. This time we only got to the semifinals and we lost, to the conference semifinals and we lost. So you got to wonder, they're really disappointed, but they got to get more.
Beat 4 games.
Handed.
Yeah. And you can't blame it on Jokic. Stat lines were ridiculous. Like 35, 14, and 15. They were crazy. So he definitely did everything he could, especially beating my man in the face, trying to get a spark foul to wake his team up and end up getting ejected. But the Suns are scary. Are you with Deuce's dad? Are you on the bandwagon?
Whew. It. I'm not on the bandwagon yet. Talk to me if they get to the finals.
Okay.
I think both of the matchups coming up, whether it be Utah or the Clippers, present a problem for them. I think perimeter defenders, Clippers have a bunch of them. So the ability to defend, especially the ability to defend CP3, I think if you could pressure the ball a little more with a Patrick Beverly type, then that changes the dynamic. Utah, same thing. Great defense. They defend well. Haven't seen it in this series like we're used to it. But statistically, they defend well. They also can score. They have rim protection. So there's somebody that could equalize the DeAndre Ayton factor. I'm not ready to go there yet. Deuce's dad trying to push me. Come on. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I like them too. I do want to hold off because the Nuggets were guard depleted, right? Like their guard depth is definitely something they want to handle in the offseason because after Murray, it just kind of went down. Those guys tried to Capazio and the other guy, they tried. It helped last series, but in this series, it wasn't enough. So they definitely want to get their guard depth up because who knows if Murray will be able to start the season since his injury was so late in the season next year. But the next teams that they fight, Utah got hella guard depth. They can throw Ingles at you. They can throw Spider at you. They can throw Clarkson at you. So they got guys that can defend. And the Clippers, I read this article the other day that said, should we still consider Paul George an elite defender? Because he's getting torched. He got torched by Luka. You know what I'm saying? He's getting beat down now. So, is he still an elite two-way player? So, he had a good offensive game, another game, but is he still that guy that you can consider to put on the other team's best player? So, the Clippers still do have good defenders. So I'm not ready to jump on that train quite yet. But I do like them. I wouldn't be mad seeing Phoenix in the finals. I can say that.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Good young team. Maybe CP finally gets his chance. Again, Devin Booker on the big stage. Why not?
Yeah,
they're an easy team to root for, but I'm not ready to bandwagon them yet. I gotta look at the matchup depending on who they get in the conference finals. I don't know how I feel about them against the Clippers or them against Utah. Deuce's dad just said I have no faith in the Clippers anymore, and I don't believe in Utah. I can understand that too. The West is what it is at this point. We're really at this point we're in uncharted territory.
Right.
The Clippers have a curse. The Jazz are the Jazz. I don't know. So I'm not ready to go bandwagon Suns just yet.
All right, so let's move to that other one. Hopefully, maybe it might be done by the next time we get together if it doesn't go to a game 7. But Clippers and Utah, man. What's your feeling on that? Donovan Mitchell got hurt, so the Clippers got back into the series last game. Who's coming out of this series?
Well, if Donovan Mitchell's going to be hurt and they're not going to be able to, and he's not going to be able to go full strength.
He promised he'll be back game 5.
Yeah, he promised he'll be back, but we'll find out what that means, what being back actually means. But the less and less strength that this Utah team has, the more the Clippers are in favor of getting out of this series. I don't like the Clippers. The more and more I watch them, I just like, ugh.
Listen, we are true sports fans. We will tell you who we don't like.
No. I'm not a Clippers fan. So I'd like to see Phoenix, Utah in the Western Conference Finals, but if they can't get, if Utah can't get the starting point guard back,
Donovan Mitchell.
Nope.
Oh, Collins.
From Ohio State.
Mike Collins.
Yeah, thank you. If they can't get Conley back, and then you have a 50% Spider, then that's not enough. So the Clippers should win this series, but I want to see Utah win it because I just don't like the Clippers.
Should with the Clippers, don't. They miss each other. It's not.
They do, right? So I don't know, man. This is the weirdest Western Conference situation we've seen in a long time. I don't want to see Clippers Suns. I'd rather see Clippers Utah because I don't like the Clippers.
Yeah, so, I don't like the Clippers either.
But if Utah can't hang because they don't have enough bodies, then it's going to be unless the Clippers find a way to lose.
Right. Yeah, I feel like definitely his injury definitely hinges on this outcome. The Clippers definitely have the light right now at the end of their tunnel. Just keep plugging away. Paul George finally had a good playoff game. So shout out to Paul George for having a good playoff game. So people can get off his back. But, yeah, without Spider, I don't know. And 50% Spider, I don't know. Like, this team is built well that they won without him the last time he got an ankle injury. But, I mean, it looks like the Clippers are trying to figure things out. And I don't – see, if the Clippers make it to the Western Conference Finals, that means they're closer to getting to the finals, which means they're closer to winning a ring. And I don't want that to happen in no reality. So I want to pick the Jazz in this one. So I'm going to stick with my pick of the Jazz in this one. So I do want a Jazz-Phoenix outcome as well.
Perry says, I think Clippers are a bad matchup for the Suns. I would agree. I think the perimeter defenders of the Clippers can give the Suns trouble. I think length could hurt the Suns. The Suns like to play a really wide-open game of basketball. Spreading the floor is key. Get out and run is key. They like to run a lot of pick and roll, shooters standing corners. Devin Booker can get his own shot off the dribble, but if you can run Morris, PG, Kawhi, you can run all those guys at him. That's a tough challenge for one guy in a series. I love to see Utah make it out so that Phoenix has a better chance of making it to the finals.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't forget the ultimate matchup of Reggie Jackson versus Chris Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that powerful matchup.
When the backup becomes a starter, I'm going to show you. You understand me? I'm going to show you. All right, let's take it out east. So the game is going on right now. We got Atlanta and Philly, and it is 36-30 Philly right now. My TV says I don't know if I'm behind or not.
You are correct.
I'm behind.
You are correct. 36-30.
Ice trade a game trying to get them out this series. Philly, I don't know. Philly is playing with these guys. They should have swept them.
Listen, man, I'm sorry, PD, but I'm a hate right now. Man, if these Hawks don't go sit down somewhere, nobody wants to see the Atlanta Hawks. Man, have a few seats.
Oh, man.
The Sixers should have been get this over with. Philly, quit playing around. Now you got to go 5 games, man. This series should have been over with. Stop giving Trae Young hope. It's a poor man Steph Curry.
Finger up the nose.
Man,
yeah, they need to hurry up and get this over with. And B needs all the rest he can get. Go ahead and put him out the way. Tobias Harris needs to step up and get them out of this series as soon as possible.
Petey says, "We that little brother."
Oh, somewhere.
Late to the party, my bad. Lakers in 6. You get a bell for trolling. But Embiid didn't have help. Simmons is questionable at best.
The way this team is configured, they should beat the Atlanta Hawks.
But yeah, come on. Let's not make excuses for these guys. We know who Simmons is. He's not a scorer. He's never going to be one, apparently, because he feels like he's going to get paid regardless of whether or not he makes a jump shot in this league.
Yeah.
But this is Embiid. You're supposed to be that guy, and so is the rest of this team. Like, Tobias Harris has done his job. Embiid has done his job. Where are the rest of these guys at, man? Put this team out of their misery.
Danny Green just got hurt, but do you really need Danny Green? Like,
who cares?
Do you really need
like an old dude running around shooting threes like back in the day? I used to be able to. I hate seeing that
He the
dude
guy
try
with
to
the
defend.
wristbands at the park. He old school now.
Yeah. Look at Chris Tucker at the game.
Yeah, go ahead and kill these dudes, man. Seth Curry, come on, man. Your time now. Your time is now to shine. Do something. Tobias, Thibault, y'all got a squad. Y'all should put these down. Don't let Trae Young and Clint Capella stick around. Do your job
Please don't.
and get your time, get your chance to rest so y'all can get healthy, so y'all can get ready for the next round because this is ridiculous. I think Embiid was hurt that game that Atlanta won. So, I mean, y'all should have held him down on that one. Y'all could beat Atlanta without him. So,
Man, please. If we see a Hawks anything Eastern Conference Finals.
Make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, Petey, man. I'm sorry. We going on your team, but come on, man. You know they don't belong. Let's be honest. You know they don't belong.
Let's see. The Hawks are trash. Sixers are getting embarrassed. Makes me think the NBA is rigged. Aha. They just won a long series. Yeah, you got to watch out for those proverbial game threes, buddy. Aaron says Sixers should have swept them. Mm-hmm. The Hawks do need a slasher. Yeah, the Hawks are one legit player away from really being like a contender. But this just should not be the case. Look at Petey. He's not even fighting it. He's being respectful. You know, I understand. You know, he's not fighting it.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, you do.
You need Luka.
Luka, that would be great because then you could get a player where Luka doesn't have to be ball in hand. And then he doesn't have to be NBA 2K all the time.
I would actually reverse it. I would put the ball in Luka's hand and put
Trey
in the Steph run around. Come off and just go ahead and just go off. Get him those open shots.
You can't even give the ball to Ben Simmons on a fast break. It's ridiculous.
He's trash. I don't know why people like him as a basketball. He's an NBA player, and he doesn't get better at nothing. Like, he's long. He plays defense. I understand. There's been great defensive guards in the league. But the brother can't shoot a free throw. He can't shoot a jump shot. He can't shoot a three. I mean, you 6'8" for nothing. You get paid. I mean, like, anybody can be an NBA superstar. Like, this dude is hot garbage. Like, hot, legit, stinking pile of crap. And I hate watching him play basketball because he's a waste of a roster spot. But, you know, that's my rant. All right, and the other teams in the East, we got a deadlock at 2. We got the Brooklyn Nets, who are down both Harden and Kyrie for the Game 5. And you got versus the Bucks, PJ Tucker's hard-nosed defense brought them back into the series. Can KD win this series alone?
No, he cannot. No. And that's the sucky part about this is right now we're on the verge of a Hawks-Bucks Eastern Conference Final. And I'm scared for the NBA because the Nets are supposed to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we are potentially on the verge of seeing the Bucks get to the Eastern Conference Finals because everybody on the Nets is getting hurt. So no Kyrie after he twisted the ankle. I know Durant can't do it by himself. The only way Durant and the Nets win this next game, Durant's got to go for 40 or more. And with the hard-nosed defense of PJ Tucker, that doesn't seem to be the case. And now everybody's believing, and now I'm seeing pictures of the Nets with Blake Griffin in the picture like he's a headliner. He's not.
They that's how Photoshop works. You gotta take the injured guys in and put the next person next to Kevin Durant. So next best player is Blake Griffin.
Oh God.
Leslie, you don't see the Joe Harris game. You don't see the Blake Griffin game. You don't see the Bruce Brown game. You don't see one of them having their proverbial role player game. No Boobie Gibson game this week. No.
None of those guys do it for me.
No.
Like, none of them do it for me at all.
Okay. I don't trust Milwaukee. It's just something about them that's untrustworthy for me to
Why
pick.
not to trust them? They're the regular season champs. You shouldn't trust them.
I don't trust him. I feel like somehow, some way, KD will win this game. Same like we were talking about LeBron, and he put the teams on his shoulders and he wins those games. And now we figure out, oh, LeBron's old, he can't do it anymore like that. KD's still that guy, even though he's 1 year removed from a horrible injury. He's still easy money sniper. He can still pull up and get his bucket whenever he wants to. So, like, can he will his team to a dub, one dub? Will I count on KD to get one win versus the Bucks, who I don't trust? I think I can trust him to do it. I think I can trust him to get one game versus Milwaukee by himself.
So if you trust him to get the one, they need two to win the series.
You hope Kyrie or Harden are back by game 6.
Okay.
And then if they lose game 6, you hope they're back by game 7.
But
I trust KD to get one game.
This has the likes of a 7-game series that the NBA wants written all over it, to Kobe's point. But I feel like the talent of KD says he can do it one time. But I don't recall the last time he did that.
He's never – okay, he was on a super team, right?
He didn't
really have to.
He was on the Oklahoma City Thunder.
But that was a lifetime ago. He's nowhere near that player again. You got to say that. We both don't really like him as a person, but you got to say he's evolved from OKC.
Okay. You're right. That's fair. I don't know. I don't trust either one of these teams right now.
You don't trust KD to get you one game in this?
I guess if I got to pick, right? If I got to pick one or the other, I'll go with KD. Getting me one game before I go with the Bucks getting me friggin' Eastern Conference championship. Listen, dude, if this ends up being Bucks Clippers, I'm not watching. If the Bucks come out the East, it better be against the Suns because I'm gonna root for the Suns.
Yeah,
I don't want to see the Bucks win the title.
I think out of all these scenarios, out of every team that's alive right now and possible, the only team I would be actually happy for winning the championship would probably be the Suns.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I wouldn't care.
Yeah. I'm with you
100%. The Bucks, Nets, and Clippers, I would absolutely hate them winning the championship. Everybody else, I wouldn't care at all, and I would be happy for the Suns.
I'm with you 100%.
If Trae Young wins a championship, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Trae Young won a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't take me one way or another.
Now, I did say earlier in the year, I was big on the Nets aren't going to make it. The Nets aren't going to make it. But I thought it would be the demise of the Nets while playing. I didn't know that they would fall apart and not be able to play. But Pringle says it would be funny if the Nets lose because they teamed up to not win anything. Kobe says KD has to do it by himself. If he doesn't, take him completely out of the greatest of all time. Take him out. I don't think he's even in the conversation. I don't have him in my greatest of all time conversation.
No, his name never comes up.
But he says you can't count on KD. A lot of people have him in the top, best players in the league right now. But Kobe says he ain't that dude.
Oof.
Petey says Bucks definitely shouldn't go. Kobe, I'm rooting for KJ. Kevin Johnson's sons. Isn't he like the mayor of Phoenix now?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah. All right. So if everything goes our way, well, no, we didn't pick the series. What? I mean, it's kind of hard to pick the series because all the players are hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. I don't like either team.
He was the mayor of Sacramento from 2008 to 2016.
Gotcha. It's hard to pick this series.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Nets still. And originally I picked them in 6. I'll pick them in 7 now because it feels like it's gonna take an extra game because of the injuries.
Right.
But I'm still picking the Nets because I'm not a believer in. Let me say it just so everybody can know my stance on this. I don't care that he's won 2 MVPs. I don't care that he's won Defensive Player of the Year. No, I'm sorry. I'm not a believer in Giannis, but he is not an alpha male. He is not. He is a one-sided offensive player. He's big and strong. He only needs to take 2 steps to get from the three-point line to the basket. That's all fine and dandy. But when you hunker down in the middle and make this dude a jump shooter and he can't make a jump shot, he is not the best player in the league. The MVP sometimes is a popularity contest, and that's what he got. People were tired of giving it to other players. They gave it to him. But no, I'm not a Giannis fan. The dude needs to develop a jump shot. If he develops a jump shot, then he becomes unguardable. Until then, he is a Ben Johnson is a poor man. I mean, Ben Simmons is a poor man's Giannis.
Ben Johnson, that's hilarious.
And here come the Hawks, down by 15.
Oh God.
Yeah, that opened up pretty fast. Last time you turned your head around, they were down by 4.
Yeah, that was 6. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, listen, this league, bro, I don't know. Like, LeBron leaves this league, I don't know who steps up next.
I have no idea.
I have no idea who steps up next. Maybe that's another show for a different day. But, like, I don't know who's the next dominant figure in the NBA after LeBron goes. And I'm pretty sure he's close to going. Like, it's bad out here. I don't know. Ben Fast Break Simmons. All right, so that's the NBA, man. You got anything else on your docket?
Nope, man. Listen, mandatory camps are happening. It's the summer, y'all. It's June. School is out. We are getting closer and closer to our bread and butter. Football season is slowly coming.
Yes, sir.
We get back to normal this fall. We got our team. We got high school football. We got the nephew in his senior year at Chippewa. We got the twins down in Wayne State in their first full season, second year full season for the first time. We got so much football to talk about. We got a Super Bowl contending Cleveland Browns team to discuss. We got an up and coming.
You said that out loud.
Seasons away, Lions team.
You're trying to roll past it, but you said that out loud.
It's scary to say. Man, I feel like I'm gonna jinx them. Perry, listen, my boy, you're gonna watch games this year because you said it last year. I actually like watching the Browns. You will like watching them again this year. I'm working on tickets, by the way, for Lions Cleveland down in Cleveland.
Let's go.
Definitely. So, Perry, we might need a place to lay our heads.
Let's go. All right. So we're gonna call that a wrap. You guys can enjoy the games tonight. You know what I found funny this week?
What's that?
Just totally sidebar. The passion of Jason Williams on ESPN. I thought that was hilarious. Did you see like the 2 days where everybody was calling him a liar?
No. I missed it.
It was crazy. He went on Get Up and he told a story. He told a story like some time ago, whatever. He told a story about how KD came up to him at a party after a segment that he did comparing KD's game to Giannis. He said if KD and LeBron had a baby, it would be Giannis or something like that, right? So he said the day after that segment, he was at a party. KD came up to him and said, "Don't you ever compare me and Giannis. Don't you ever let that come out of your mouth." So Jay Will repeats this interaction on live air, right? He was like, I was at a party. KD came up to me. He told me, "Don't you ever do that to me," right? Just, whether it happened or not, he repeated this story on air on live television. So after the story airs, KD goes on Twitter and goes, "Cap, never happened. Dude's a liar, chasing clout." And they tight, right? They did the show together and everything. He goes, "This guy's a clout chaser. you change, you trying to, boost your way on ESPN, and you capping and telling all these lies on me.
Wow.
So then Jay Will goes on his show, the show nobody ever watches or listens to in the morning, with Keyshawn Johnson and some other guy.
It's painful. I listen to it sometimes. It's painful.
It's painful.
It is. It's painful.
And he goes, I stand by my story. That's what happened. Maybe I shouldn't have said it out loud on the air. So he's not validating my story. Maybe I went about it the wrong way, but it definitely happened.
Wow.
So Steven Jackson goes on Instagram and goes, Jay Will's lying. Nobody talks to you, bro. Like, I don't know no NBA player that talks to you. You're a simp. Nobody conversates with you.
Why are you doing my man like that? Why are they doing him like that, bro?
It was hilarious. It was like 2 days of just Jason Williams a liar, and it was funny. And then First Take had a whole segment about it. It was like Molly Max. I don't think Stephen A was there, but it was Molly Max, some other guy, and they was like, "Listen, Jay Will." It was Molly Max and Kendrick Perkins. And Kendrick was like, he shouldn't have said it out loud. Like, he was like, Molly, we all know your husband. Don't he run stuff past people before you say it out loud? She was like,
Oh, man.
He got destroyed for like 2 days. It was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. It was funny to me. I just had to bring that up. All right.
That's horrible. Kobe says you're setting up your 9 Browns wardrobe. What? Don't worry, there will be mad Cleveland gear. Don't worry.
I thought you was gonna hit it. I was giving you a minute. I thought it was coming.
No, it's put away right now.
Okay.
It's recharging.
Okay.
Because this fall there could be a lot of them.
Okay.
So I have to prep myself. I'm trying to stay calm. I'm reading my articles, staying abreast of what's going on.
Tentatively.
Oh, yes. To be yelled at a later time. It will be back.
I just like how the Kansas City Chiefs are just playing into it. Yeah. They're like, yeah, we're neck and neck. Yeah, it's us and the Browns. Yeah. Like
Kelsey said that at the thing yesterday. I saw that. Like,
I love it. I love how they're like, yeah, we're gonna play into this, and then when we play them, we're gonna destroy them.
We shall see. Listen, Super Bowls aren't won in game 1. Oh, that's what you're trying to say. And then I'm gonna go 9. Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah. Listen, man. Listen, we all go through a process when we're sad. Like, I have to take my Michigan gear off sometimes when I get sad. Because it's a part of the process. You got to filter that loss out. You got to filter that disappointment out. And then you get back to you. Those are real fans. I'm not just some random fan that's just crazy and ridiculous all the time. That's not. You know what? It's time to go. Let's pay the bills. I'm not gonna.
All right. This show is sponsored by Mike Vaughn's Plumbing, both licensed and insured. Vaughn's Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices. Whether it's just getting up to cold water, proofing their daily home services, we suggest you call the man.
313-304-7786.
VaughnsPlumbing.com gives you a map of all the areas that they service as well as the services that they provide. But we suggest you call the man.
313-304-7786.
That man right there is the real MVP. And once again, if you want any kind of way to get a hold of us, the professional way, you can hit us up at Academy Sports Show, 2S's at gmail.com, or you see the tag at Dre on Air or at JWill02. You can follow us on IG, message us on IG, but if you just want to go the professional route, you can hit us up at Academy Sports Show at gmail.com. And of course, you want to follow us, Academy Sports Show, both on Facebook and Instagram. But the most important subscribe is the YouTube. All right. The YouTube is the most important. Subscribe. If you haven't yet, go over to YouTube and subscribe over to YouTube and trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. We did not go live exactly at 7 o'clock today, but when we did go live at 7:30, if you trigger that bell, you got the notification to come on in. So we appreciate y'all, man. The best way to help us grow is to share. So share the feed, tag your favorite sports friends, and we can grow this community to bigger and bigger heights. So thanks to everybody that was in the comment section today. All the guys that are normally here and all the new faces, we appreciate you. Anything else, my brother?
That's it, man. Go enjoy this AC.
I feel you. All right. On behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel Williams.
See y'all next week, man. Ready to go. Enjoy these playoffs.
For sure. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.